Welcome back to another episode of Pennyhelpjes. This is episode 601. See, look. See how I had this space on the side? These are not the ones you get in the bank today. Or they shouldn't be. I mean, the ones that I've seen at the bank, they are really, really tight. See how much space you got in this? So that my experience is that those are older ones. Before they started to try to save, uh, not even a tree, like a ream of paper per billion they made. All right, now we're gonna do the slow roll on this copper. Yep, nice, man. We have been really, really getting lucky. I mean, that federal wrap from episode 599 was insane. Again, I'm gonna have to say at least 10, copper pennies in here. Yesterday's for the celebration, we found, I think, spoiler alert. I mean, you're supposed to be watching all these, have the whole, um, what's it called? Subscribe with all notifications, bell icon. They got this new. I gotta mention this first of all. Hopefully, everybody click like and subscribe. They got this new thing. What is it? Fans can help you get discovered. In addition to liking, views can now hype with quotation your videos from the last 7 days, giving it points which may help it land at a new leader. Man, I'm telling you, man, YouTube's on it, man. They are on it. Not a copper. You can see the little lines. Looked like copper for a second. 2005. Oh man! Again, not look how in the head the head, the bottom of the stairs. Look how smooth it is there. Like if it was polished. I bet you it was polished there. Not directly on the coin, but on the die. And I wonder if underneath the chin, if that's a die clash. You see that right under the chin, above the bow tie. As soon as I saw that, yeah, it might have weak die clash. Nothing to write home about. Yeah, YouTube, man, they got their stuff together, man. You can make a living on YouTube if you're determined. For sure, man. You can make a living. All you gotta do is learn how. It's not all you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be self-taught, and my son, he would make a killing if he applied himself. He does videos and he gets thousands of every single time. He has a beautiful husky dog. First copper penny here. That's a beauty. That's a keeper. And he does the videos with the voice actors. That's his pretty big gig. Is he works with the voice actors from cartoons. So he knows. He used to sell Pokemon cards. There's another copper penny. I told you we're gonna have 10. He still does sell Pokemon cards, but when he first started selling Pokemon cards, he started meeting these voice actors, and he's a good-looking kid, and he has a very sparkling personality, and they liked him, and after a while, they would trade autographs for being driven around, and he would get them the card, like, because they provide their own cards too. Like you can go to a show and it's like, oh, and you don't have a card, or they're like, oh, you want this card instead? 69D. We're gonna look for the floating roof. Nope. It's like it looks like wax. Um, so he would hook them up. They say, "Hey, can you get me some?" I mean, they would need like hundreds of cards, from their character. You would think they have it themselves, but no, they don't. And he'd go and he'd get them for them, and drive them around, uh, and then he started doing videos for them, and that's really where he learned how to do it. And he showed me like he could do it like the video I'm doing right now. He knows how to work the tools on his phone, where he can edit and add special effects and stuff, and it would be a pretty wild video that he would do in a matter of minutes. I was super impressed by it. So, but he has a regular job, and he's just not committed to it. But if he was, forget about it. I think he would make infinitely more money on YouTube than he does at his regular job. But he's just, that's it. Like me, I'm committed to this channel, man. Not let me tell you, not takes a special person to do something religiously on a daily basis, man. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people get up and go to work. I was a working stiff believe it or not, only for about 20 years. If you don't want to count I worked on an ambulance for like 8. And then when I was a kid, I always had to work if I wanted to buy sneakers and clothes and stuff like that. I had to have my own job to buy those things. My parents helped me out sometimes, but um, not with everything. So, not counting as an adult, I only worked about 20 years, and the rest of it, I was self-employed, um, rehabbing houses, collecting rents. I rented out houses for about whew, uh, easy 10 years, about 10 years, I'd say. About 10 years, I rented out houses, fixed them, and flipped them. I make very little on YouTube. I make like $130 a month, you know, but I'm committed though. That's the point. The point is the commitment. And that's what I think a lot of people, they're not into. Now, don't forget. Now, this might sound nuts, but I mean, I get my copper pennies, and I get if I find any errors. I don't find too many, but now, I really know what to look for now. And I also divide up the copper pennies by, so it's not much, maybe it's an extra buck or two, you know what I'm saying, a week. I mean, I do have a job, you know what I mean, but um self-employment. But I do get, I do make I mean, the point is, hopefully this goes somewhere one day, right? I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that YouTube, what I do here on YouTube, that this will expand. For the money, not really for the money, but really for the YouTube plaque. Just kidding, JK. Not really, just kidding. Not really, but I want that YouTube plaque. I want it. I mean, I have it's something, it's a goal, The pennies and everything else, and my friends that I meet along the way. That's great. The whole thing. I like the whole 9 yards, the goals, the uh an 82 zinc, Philadelphia large date. Oh, that's a beauty. There's no way this is Nah, there's no way this is copper. I bet this is like an early one. No, I don't want to see the date. Okay. I did it already. What did it say? 95? Yeah. That's a stunner though. Like this is what you would expect inside of an uncirculated penny roll. Put it with those. Well, I don't think we're gonna find 10 copper pennies. We're at 4. You know what? This little group here has quite a bit. No, it doesn't. I think there only might be 1 or 2 in here. You know what it is? They're really brown pennies. They tricked me. They tricked me. Oh, nice die clash. Inside the columns, you see right there? Yeah, that's strong. And you can see the polishing on the die polishing right there. How about on the front? Anything? Yeah, they polished the die already. No white AM. This is copper paint number 6. I think so. Another 69. That's a real no floating roof. That's how the penny's supposed to look. So that's 6. 6 is like the minimum I like to find. No flare G. I always find 5 to be kind of weak misaligned die. It's like 5's on the low end, you know. 6, 7, 8. That's, you know, who do we appreciate? Abe. Six is like the minimum. Gets us above that 10% mark, you know. I think that's where we're at, right? We're at 6. Yeah, we found 6. What do you think? 7? What a flat. Look how flat the reverse is. What a flat finish. I wonder if this was like an uncirculator or something. Just very, very. Oh, everything like a newer, like one of the newer pennies. I bet you this is one of the newer ones. That's number 7, though. That's nice. Yeah, 7 copper pennies. Wow. Looks like a die clash to me. Right there in that last column. Second to last column. And third to last column. Too bad. I mean, die clashes like these die clashes, they're not really worth much. So if the penny is all, you know, corroded like that, then to me, it's really has no value. I won't even hold on to it. All right, very good. Episode 6. Well, that's it. We're on our way to 700. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everyone clicked like and subscribed. Check out the short videos. I'll reanalyze definitely all the copper pennies. We only found, what do we find? 7. We found 7. We found 2 interesting zincs. And then we found a couple really nice looking zinc sets. I have to pick one of these for the shorts. Probably going to be this one. Yeah, that'll be penny number 10. All right. See you in the next one.